Because what happened tonight wasn't about really the presidency. It wasn't about Trump. It wasn't about even the ideas that were spoken on stage. It wasn't about the questions that were asked. Tonight was about the fact that Joe Biden can't form sentences. Trump's biggest challenge was convincing the moderate to care about reason and rationality rather than adherence to an ideology and group of people that call themselves good, compassionate, and inclusive while being the opposite of all of those things. And Joe Biden's biggest struggle was forming sentences that were decipherable. Dude, so I just finished recording my analysis to the insanity that we witnessed tonight, the total humiliation of the left-wing party, the disintegration of any ability to pretend that they're good faith, not psychopaths, don't lie about everything. The world has now changed. The video is about 2.5 hours and I'm still editing, so it's going to go up tomorrow. But in preparation of that, I just want to show you a bit of the aftermath. I checked my phone to see what was happening on Twitter midway through the debate and midway through my analysis. And the first thing that I saw was that the very first thing that was trending was just the word Biden. And when I saw that, I got worried. I thought to myself, oh my gosh, do people not realize Biden's losing? Because normally in a debate, when somebody's name trends, it means that they're winning. But I clicked on it, and the tags underneath that, the other trending tabs were like Kamala, Democrats, 2024 elections, etc. But when I clicked on each of them, I realized that every single, and these are the top 4 trending, the most popular 4 trending tabs on Twitter were all negative towards Democrats. And it might even still be going. Let's check trending right now to see what's happening. Yeah, look, it's still here. Biden, Dems, debates 2024, Kamala, and then there's more. Guys, it doesn't end there. Democracy, every single one of these is against the left. Every single one of these is against the left to the point where mainstream news articles are printing headlines, calling it a disaster. If you've seen even clips of it, you know it was a disaster. To the point where we have Biden shills who are just controlled propagandists that do unwavering cringe, endless propagation of the regime. You have them coming out and tweeting not only in favor of Biden, but trying to defend themselves. Because what happened tonight wasn't about really the presidency. It wasn't about Trump. It wasn't about even the ideas that were spoken on stage. It wasn't about the questions that were asked. Tonight was about the fact that Joe Biden can't form sentences and is completely unfit to be president. And of course, then that means that the left elected this person, the left chose this person. And so this night has caused great embarrassment, great humiliation. An enormous amount of people have woken up to the fact that the left is fraudulent and psychopathic and narcissistic. And I say this in the analysis, but we really need a label that is beyond psychopath, because classic psychopathy is just not caring what is right and wrong. But the current level of detachment from reality that we're seeing from the left that allowed us to get to this point is something more like believing you don't have to care about reality itself or truth, much less just right and wrong. So I'm calling it super psychopathy. The fact that the left has been exposed as super psychopaths is really at the forefront here, along with the just tremendous amount of embarrassment. 5 minutes in, we had Joe Biden saying trillion, billion, million, billion, stuttering, stammering, and normally every single debate has been about Trump, right? He's been the bombastic one, but he was very reserved. He was calm. He was collected. He was the most calm you've ever seen him in a debate. And Trump's biggest challenge was convincing the moderate to care about reason and rationality rather than adherence to an ideology and group of people that call themselves good, compassionate, and inclusive while being the opposite of all of those things. And Joe Biden's biggest struggle was forming sentences that were decipherable. Throughout the entire debate, he was monotone. He was mumbling. He was stuttering. He was stammering. He was forming incomplete sentences and saying things that didn't make sense. Meanwhile, Trump had passion, he had emotion, he had tonality, he had intonation, he had fervor. He was able to talk to the crowd, to the moderators, to Biden, Basically, what I'm saying, guys, is it was a one-sided disaster. And even the mainstream media is printing these headlines to the point where the Daily Wire, many conservatives across the internet right now, are hoping that Joe Biden does not pull out of the race. Because if Joe Biden stays in the race, it's already over. It's already over. Over at the Daily Wire, they think that, and this is not just Ben Shapiro, by the way, this is Matt Walsh, this is Michael Knowles, the owner of the Daily Wire, and another dude, I forget his name, no disrespect to him. They were hypothesizing that the Democrats are going to try to pull Joe Biden just because he's so unsupportable, like at this, and then on top of that, after the debate, they cut the cameras. But there were a few people reporters in the space that it was held, and Joe Biden apparently froze behind the podium, standing still 45 minutes after the debate had ended, and his wife had to come out and walk with him, much like you would walk with your great-grandma, great-grandpa, as they're trying to move, and his body would just freeze at times. He'd stop moving, and she was trying to guide him. It was actually quite sad. As someone who, of course, recognizes Joe Biden as an immoral person, as somebody who's done a horrible, horrible disservice to his country, hurt many people, and genuinely caused damage to civilization, I felt bad looking at him. It was difficult to watch. It was hard. It was actually difficult to watch because you don't like to see somebody suffering like that, and he's clearly it's elder abuse what's happening. I'm going to show you just some of the headlines that mainstream media is writing. I'm just going to type in Biden and see what comes up. The New York Times, Biden's shaky debate performance has Democrats panicking. Guys, this is the New York Times, and the Democrats are panicking. I don't know what's going to come of this. Are they going to try to replace him? And with who? Michelle Obama? Gavin Newsom? There's no person they could. And if they tried to, let's say, run Gavin Newsom or Michelle Obama, they would be revealed even more as just blatant frauds because they're running on essentially we're defending democracy, but then they're just going to casually throw up an opponent. Oh, here, vote for this person now. They're so unserious. Really, the fact that this was able to get here, that this was able to get to this point, shows that they were unserious, and there's kind of no recovery. And even from Biden's own perspective, even if he was granted, let's say, an opportunity to say, hey, look, if you step away right now, we'll give you a Netflix special, we'll give you, a book deal, we'll give you millions of dollars, you can try to preserve your legacy. He's still hobbling away, he's still walking away in shambles. If he had walked away before this debate, he could still have a legacy. But now he can't even walk away with his own dignity. It's bad, is what I'm saying. It's bad. Dems panic. The Hill. Dems in panic mode after Biden's debate performance. Less than 1 hour. Politico. Democrats really have no way to spin this. Forbes. Guys, Forbes. These are the likely Democrat presidential candidates if Biden drops out. They're talking about Biden dropping out, but the delegates have already come behind him. They'd have to reorganize all of their delegates. Like, this has never happened before. This is crazy. And Biden was forced into this debate because his performance nationally has been so egregious. Again, guys, stay tuned to the channel because if you want to watch my live reaction and analysis to what just happened, it's going to be coming out tomorrow. I just have to finish the editing. Let me show you more headlines from Politico and CNN, okay? Democrats really have no way to spin this. Dems freak out over Biden's debate performance. In quote, Biden is toast. Another headline, here's how Democrats could replace Biden. A turning point. U.S. alliance wins at Biden's debate performance. Guys, it was hard to watch. It was difficult. I was laughing a lot, but I'm going to be honest, sometimes I laugh just to hide the fact that, something's awkward, right? Because it was really awkward. And I didn't feel bad all the time because Biden's not a good person, but you don't like to see somebody like openly just suffering. It was elder abuse. The left is in shambles. Like I said, every single trending page is against them. Dude, Biden's own post, the propaganda coming out of the White House is getting less likes than accounts with less than 1 million followers that are posting clips of just his endless gaffes. Dude, basically all of Twitter has been siphoned over into the politics space. Normally there's the basketball games, there's the random celebrity drama, normally there's some people talking about a reality TV show, celebrity drama, that sort of thing. But everyone is talking about this. Look, Michelle Obama is trending. People are getting desperate. They're saying, is it possible that they run Michelle Obama? I don't want this video to go on for too long, but essentially this was such an overwhelming victory for every single person who cares about reality, from the red pill space to Andrew Tate to the Daily Wire, Tucker Carlson to Alex Jones to me, Jordan Peterson to everybody who values truth and reality. That people are saying there's something being planned. It could be World War III, but something obviously is being planned here. It could also be this is just massive disorganization by the left because they're so bad at managing themselves, coming together, collaborating with reality. Maybe this is just the culmination of their total narcissism. Obviously, it is that. But to what degree, it may be unclear. They may have no plan B. This may just be a Hindenburg-type event for them. Everything went to shit tonight. Everything. Ted Cruz is saying it's going to be Michelle Obama. After tonight's performance, look at the graph. Guys, you see what I'm saying here? This is, yeah. Chris Wallace isn't the only person at CNN calling this a disaster. We have other pundits, hardcore liberals, not moderates, like hardcore leftists that are saying this was a disaster. Oh, here's the video. Okay, guys, I'm going to try to keep this short, but I want to show you this video. This is what I was talking about. Biden just freezes up.
President Trump
has to be led off stage by his wife.
Off the stage. The first debate of the 2024 campaign.
This is sad. This isn't good. This isn't good, guys. The left did this. This is their doing.
In the earliest presidential debate ever, now in the books and in front of the voters. Tonight, along with Aaron Burnett, the first word on what those voters might...
This was shot on an iPhone, because obviously the mainstream media and their corruption turned off the broadcasting cameras, but we still have this footage from an iPhone.
Make of it from our political professionals, from our CNN Flash Poll and Swing State Focus Group. We'll be talking to surrogates, including Vice President Harris, getting fact checks from our Daniel Dale, and new reporting from inside both...
It's elder abuse. This is elder abuse.
Campaigns with me here, CNN Political...
The thing is with Michelle Obama, everyone knows that then it's just desperate, open identity politics at that point. And apparently Michelle Obama doesn't want to be president. She doesn't want to run because she's been approached before. Look, the Democratic operatives are in shambles, just completely losing it. But what surprised me is how far out ahead Trump was, even from the Republican Party in terms of planning this. Because at first everyone was saying, why is he being so passive? Why is he being so generous with Biden? But then afterwards I realized, maybe other people realized this before me, but I didn't realize this till afterwards and thinking about it. His strategy was actually just to let everybody see how bad Biden was and what terrible shape he was in. And rather than bullying him in his classic Trump fashion, he was unusually chill. And that ended up working for him incredibly well. Incredibly well. And during the debate, I didn't think that was working for him, but now I'm realizing that it has. Joe Biden is on camera saying from tonight that any person who votes for Trump is voting against American democracy, basically saying any person or 70 to 80 million people on the low side are essentially enemies of democracy, enemies of our country. This is very dangerous, guys. You know, in November, when Trump wins, this is the type of language that can precede dangerous situations. But of course, this clip just, it fell on deaf ears because everybody knows, just like everything else, the left is fraudulent and they're actually the greatest threat to democracy. Anyway, this is just the pre-analysis to my live reaction and analysis of the entire thing. I'm going to get back to editing that for you guys right after I put this up. But guys, tonight was crazy. And I feel like we're all a part of this movement because this reckoning wouldn't be possible. And it does feel like a reckoning, but it's only just getting started. This reckoning that's just getting started wouldn't be possible if we didn't keep track, if we didn't remember the 10,000 little lies and narcissistic deceptions that were pushed by the left on every single topic you can imagine, from the economy to the border to COVID to free speech to saving democracy to justice to the law. Going back to 2020 and even before then, things have shifted. The left is exposed. They're vulnerable because a critical number of people are seeing them as frauds. I'm going to celebrate by eating some pizza I just ordered from Domino's and continue to browse, Twitter for the rest of the night. But I'm going to get this out to you guys now. So be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and let me know what you think is going to happen. I'm going to continue to put out shorts too, by the way, because I have a lot more shorts of previous videos that are backlogged up. This was just so important. I had to put this out. Okay, subscribe to the channel.